Our world is constantly evolving, with new technology integrating into our lives every day. In the past decade alone, we've seen the creation and implementation of technologies previous generations thought impossible. In other words, we live in the future. This future hasn't happened on its own, though. Through the hard work of scientists, engineers, programmers, coders, and creatives, what was once a dream has become a reality. Because of the ever-changing job market, the increasing demand for technologically trained workers, and the rapid introduction of automation on the horizon, we need to educate our children in the STEM subject areas, and the Jackson School District is doing just that.
We are in a society that is growing to depend on technology. We love it when it's working. According to Google, robots could take over 38% of U.S. jobs by 2030. To parents, this may seem scary, but to our children and students, this is potential. This is embracing the future. This is empowering. Who in this room likes robots? Who in this room likes writing code to help make those robots work? Who would like to fix and repair all those problems those robots are going to have on the 38% of U.S. jobs? Many of their jobs our children will have aren't even ideas in our minds, but they are alive and blooming in our children's and our futures.
We're very excited about robotics. We've when we first began the STEM Academy, one of the main ideas of the Academy was having a robotics course in place. So we are excited to be rolling out our robotics course next year for juniors and seniors to take the course. It's going to integrate a lot of mathematics. It incorporates a lot of computer coding, computer programming, engineering. Robotics really is a huge STEM initiative because it does incorporate all the STEM subjects to build and run a robot. It's so exciting. Working with robotics is just sitting in class sometimes, reading a book, answering some problems can be a little boring. Robotics is not that case at all. You are hands-on, you are running programs, you are trying things. If they don't work, you're redoing them, you're fixing them. You get instant feedback if you turn in a math test, you don't know if you're right or wrong until you get it back. You run a robotics program and it crashes into a wall, you know you didn't do it right, you gotta redo it. We haven't offered this program. I've been in the district 23 years now and we've never had a program like this. We're now starting both middle schools. Getz and McCall have robotics clubs right now, so we're generating interest among our middle school students, and we want those middle school students to be able to follow through on that interest in a more elaborate method once they get to high school. It's just fun. Robotics is a fun, it's almost like a hands-on video game where you're in the computer screen. You're controlling what's happening, you're controlling how things work, you are coming up with ideas to make the robots do things, whether it's a simple task like pick something up, or whether it's a robotic challenge where you're trying to knock something over, or whatever the case may be. It's a lot of fun to make those things happen.
I've just started working with the Jackson Now robot, and it's just fun to see how he can move and that he can actually move like an actual person and to manipulate him like that. Next year, I'm going to be doing an independent study with Miss KP involving the robot in most likely elementary school classrooms, probably with special ed kids.
Well, I think it's important to keep our students up to date with technology. Robots are being used to perform surgery and even deliver coffee. In fact, elementary students here at Jackson are super excited when they see Jackson, our new robot. We took him over there for Computer Science Education Week in December, and they could not get enough of him. Well, right now Jackson is still brand new, so my students haven't had much time to work with him, but they've been working on things such as object recognition and voice recognition. I hope to see my students get Jackson to interact with various types of students in many disciplines. The programming of a robot is very much like writing a computer program. Students have to use algorithmic thinking, and I'd really like my students to develop a program to work with kids with learning disabilities. There are basically two parts to robotics. There is the building of robots and the programming of robots. The new STEM class will do both. A robot is basically a moving computer. It must be programmed in order to do anything, otherwise it's just going to sit there and not do anything. I have heard a lot of interest about the new robotics class. It's new and we don't have anything like it yet here at Jackson Memorial.
As you can see, the Jackson School District is preparing students for the 21st century workplace by providing them unique and incredible opportunities to learn about and explore the fields of robotics, computer science, and STEM.